Hey Stampers, Gamer again. Um, somebody asked me if, well, I asked people to make suggestions on cards and stamps that they've got and they'd like to see me do a card on, whether it was current or retired or whatever. And a lady called, let me get her name right now, Betty Hayden, asked me to do something with the Avant Garden set that was out in January through to March in the celebration items. I come up with a couple of ideas, darling, because I didn't know what you were after. So I've done 3 projects. I'm only going to show you one tonight. I'm going to show you all 3, but I'm going to show you how to make one of them tonight. And I come up with a Christmas card using the Avant Garden, which is this beautiful flower. And I stamped full strength and then off. Full strength off, full strength off. But when I got to here, I had to do 2 off. So I then went back, cleared the stamp, and stamped just half of it, and then stamped in the centre. And then the berries I used from, oh, what's it called? Feelings of Christmas. There's 3 little, they're supposed to be snowballs, I think, or something like that. So I used them to create the holly. Obviously, got my Winker Stella. And my Blessed at Christmas is from Night in Bethlehem. Absolutely stunning. So there's the first card idea, my darling. I hope you like it. And I just put a few extras in the bottom with some more berries to decorate the inside. So that's card idea number 1. I didn't know if you wanted a Christmas card, my angel. So that's my idea for 1. 2 is this a beautiful stamp, and I've shadowed the words. My husband said, whoa, I think it just makes it stand off the page. And the circle is from the same Feelings of Christmas. Absolutely beautiful. The dots are from the Avant Garden, and the flower is from the Avant Garden. It's this one. And this one stamped over the top to give me some colour, and there's the dots. I think you might be a little bit surprised with card, and I popped some decoration on the inside as well, so you can still write your message. But I turned this one into a wedding card. But with this one, you can add any sentiment you want: wedding, sorrow, birthday, thank you. It's entirely up to you, my darling. So I hope you like this one as well. I do apologise. But the card I'm going to show you now is the one I'm going to be making. Absolutely stunning. And again, it's using the Avant Garden. But it's also making your own design series paper to go at the back. So there's my 2 beautiful cards. At the end, I will show all 3 again. But there's the 2 I've made so far. And this is the one we're going to be making together now. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Old with the new again. The new Label Me Pretty stamp set. We've just done it twice, and the second one I just cut in half. So it edged out, and we're using the Perfect Plum. I'm using the Perfect Plum here, but I'm stamping off. And the Old Olive, and I'm stamping off. And I used full strength then is the Rose Red. Absolutely pulled the centre of these flowers in. Absolutely beautiful. And I had a little strip of paper left over after doing my background. So I just popped a little bit down there for the inside to carry on the decoration. I do have another little slice. It's not quite as wide, but that's going on the inside of this card. So I'm going to show you how to make this one. I hope it's something you enjoy and like, Betty. And this one's for you, my darling. Well, all 3 have been for you tonight, sweetheart. It's all about Betty tonight, girls. So thank Betty for this one. Oh, right. I'm going to pop my card there so I can see. I am fetching in my card. I have got to cut myself another piece for the inside, but this is 8 1/4 is half a piece of A4 cardstock, which is 5 7/8 by 8 1/4, and we're going to score this now at 4 1/8. That way we get 2 cards to each piece of cardstock. And if you live in America, Betty, yours will be 8 1/2 by 11. Cut it at 5 1/2 and score at 4 1/4. Okay, my darling. So that's our card. I'm just going to pop that in half. Because your measurements are slightly different than ours, my lovely, but we both all get two cards to each piece of cards, depending on where you are in the world, my angel. So I have cut a piece of Whisper White to the front. This is 3 7/8 by 5 5/8, and I'm going to need another piece slightly smaller. I'm going to keep the width. I just want it a little bit shorter because I want to border the edge like I have done here. You know, give it a little bit more. You don't need a million, you don't need every square inch of this to write a lovely message. So I'm just going to cut this down just a slight. I'm going to take this down to 5 3/8. There we go. So that's my inside piece. Oh, and I'm going to take a smidge off this one. Just a smidge. I'm taking this down to the 1 mark just past the 3/4. There we go. It's literally 1/8 coming off. If that, 1/16. That way this little beautiful piece of paper now is going to stick on there. Absolutely perfectly. So while we're here, let's just get this glued on. I like the glue because it gives me wiggle space and I can fit it in the corners. And I will move that so you can see my web page. I will put all these, I'll put a picture of all three on the blog, and you can go along there. They're all the same size card, just lying in different positions, so you wouldn't have to add the measurements from all three. In fact, no, the red one, the Christmas one actually, is 11 and 3. My card is cut at 4 1/8 all the way down, and I've just folded it in half then, which is 5 7/8. Score at 5 7/8 for us. For you, it would be 11 by 4 1/4. Scored at 5 1/2. There we go. So that's going to go on the inside of our card. We'll do this now. And get it out of the way, and it gives it a chance to dry into place. But this card, I love a subtle colour, and I love the perfect plum. But we've got elegant eggplant, which we normally use as well, and stamping that off gives you like the perfect plum. I'm going to try and get them borders in there perfectly. So I don't need to do anything else to the inside. That lovely little you could add some rhinestones if you wanted to, but I think the inside speaks for itself. It's absolutely beautiful. So this is going to be our card front. I'm going to pop that to one side, and then we're going to fetch in a scrap of paper. I'm going to burnish my card first. I want it to lay pretty flat, so now that my cardstock is in there, that's better. I do apologise. So, this is my card. I'm going to get a bigger piece of scrap, I think. I'm going to get 2. One for stamping on and one for doing around the edges. So, this is our perfect plum. Absolutely beautiful colour. I'm just going to stamp and stamp off. And then we're just going to randomly stamp our flower. Isn't that beautiful and subtle? I love it. And it's a shame that they actually have to retire some of these stamp sets, but we've got them for good, so we can use them whenever we want. And I suggest you do. Don't ever get rid unless you want to get rid. But as you can see, I've still got hold of mine. I love it. Absolutely adore this stamp set. In fact, I ended up with 2 copies from the celebration because I had so much on order. I ordered it twice, and I gave it away in a prize draw. And I think my lovely Doreen got that from me. Didn't you, Doreen? Yay! She had 5 prizes. Because for every £25 my customers spent 1 month, they had something free. And it was all from the celebration that was no longer available, but I am happy to report that everyone enjoyed their little gifts off me. So I'm not going to do too much of that now. I'm going to fetch in my old olive. And again, with the flower, with the leaf, we're going to stamp off as well, because that can be a little bit too dark. But I like the fact that it picks up sometimes a little bit of the dark without going over it too much. So we're just going to randomly add some leaves. Love this colour. It's just make a perfect birthday card, wedding card, even. Isn't that lovely? Oh, I've got a bit of a sniffle coming, I think. I do apologise. And with the photopolymer stamps, if you do miss a bit like I just did, it's so easy to go back over it, because they're see-through and absolutely wonderful. See, like, I like that, when it picks up a bit of the dark. Absolutely stunning. It's such a beautiful, subtle colour. You could use any colour you wanted to do this. It's you're just creating your own designer series paper. So we're killing 3 birds with this one in one stone, as they say. Yeah, we can add a few more. I think this is beautiful. Yeah. You're probably screaming, there's one, there's a space. Oh, I've had some wonderful people subscribe to me this past month. And some beautiful comments, and I treasure every single one of them, and I do try my best to answer every single one of them too. I think that's plenty. I can't, because yeah, I think that's going to be really, really plenty for me. I'm going to stamp that off just to get some excess off. Isn't that gorgeous? So now we're going to fetch in this beautiful rose red. Beautiful. And I won't need that now, because I'm not stamping off with this one. I'm keeping it full strength. I got my tissue, I do apologise. Oh, yes, I've got a bit of a cold coming, I think. And watch this now. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I actually did stamp off, I think. Yes, I think I did stamp off with this one as well. Now yes, I did. Don't worry about that one. We can do some dark, some light. Yes, I did do. It was very subtle, remember? I just looked up at my card now. Oh well. Boo-boo number 1. Doesn't matter, it's at the edge. That's better. As you can see, I'm twisting to get... There's a little line at the bottom that sits right there for those flowers. If I did it upside down, it wouldn't look very pretty. So I hope this is okay for you, Betty. Swear to you, my darling. If anyone wants me to revive any old stamps that they've got and I've got, I can always let you know if I've got it, because I'll do a card on it. And if I haven't, I will apologise. And I will try and find an alternative, because you can guarantee with Stampin' Up, so if they've retired something, you can guarantee they nearly always fetch something out very similar. Isn't that beautiful? Love this. So there's our card brand. I'm going to keep... No, it's the Perfect Plum. The Perfect Plum. Love that colour. So I'm going to get rid of my scrap now. And you will see the benefit of that full-on card. Isn't that beautiful. And we could turn that way. Entirely up to you. Love this. So again, I'm going to add glue because it gives me width. You can guarantee when I use the glue, I get it in the perfect spot the first time. Not very often I have to wiggle it about, but you watch, if I use my ATG gun, I would lay it down and it's too late and I can't wiggle it. But I always tend to get it right with the glue. See what I mean? I'm going to wiggle that, nothing. Oh, that is absolutely stunning. I'm loving this. Well, I've got an old piece, because I used one piece of cardstock for the 2 cards. I found a scrap piece. So I think I should have enough here to cut another one of these. Yes, I do. Perfect. Don't throw nothing away, me. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut this clean in half. Perfect. And I have got a bit of scrap, but I don't think that's going to fit my white one on. So let me get a small piece. There we go. There's my whisper white. And I'm coming back in now. And again, I'm just going to give this the happy birthday wishes. I tell you what. I'm going to swap that actually. And because I'm going to get all my customers get a card off me at the end of each month. To say thank you. So I'm going to pop this on and say thanks for being you. Isn't that nice? So we got 2 cards, 2 different sentiments. And we're leaving this one full strength. So it pops off the page. I'm loving this. Oh, gorgeous. So one of my gorgeous customers is having this card this month. So, but they won't know who it is. So, right, I'm going to pop this in there. Perfect. I'm loving this. Love that label patch. It's beautiful. So now I'm going to pop a little bit of fast fuse on the back on both ends. We're going to layer this on here. Beautiful, beautiful. And again with this side. I'm sorry I've got to look at it like this. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? I've said that 3 times now. Beautiful, beautiful. I found some old dots as well. Well, dots, they're not even dots, they're squares. So well, I'm using what I've got. Don't waste nothing. While we peel these back, we're going to fetch our lovely silver threading. We're going to wrap some around and attach it to these square pads, and they'll keep it in place for us. Love this. I've got it in the gold, the silver, the copper. Now just wrap it round all 4 things, quite loose. You don't need to pull it tight. I'm going to go 5 times. And you get a load of this when you buy this. It's absolutely amazing. We're just going to gently lay this on the back. Without it sticking to my nails. And the end bit then I can tuck right in. stick them down. Give it a little bit more, and if fold that over, and it sticks. Oops, there it is. The bugger come off the end. And there we go. It's stuck down now. Isn't that pretty? And you just adjust. Oh, that is lovely. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to pop this. Keep it as straight as possible. Oh, I'm loving this. And I'm going to add a few little rhinestones, as I did on the other, on either side of this label punch, to give it some character. And then randomly add 3 more. Don't know what's sticking on that. Like a piece of paper here. I'm going to put one there. One there. And I'm going to put one right down here. That's our card. No wing Castella tonight. Just a beautiful silver thread and the rhinestones. And that lovely piece in the centre. Oh, I hope you like these, Betty, my darling. I just pop my thread away before it untangles. It untangles really quickly. And I keep them all together. Like gold, silver and copper. There we go. Keeps them from unravelling in that bag. So there's the one we've just done together. There's the happy birthday wishes one. Oh my God, it's just no 2 cards are exactly the same. Look, you can't place them exactly the same. You can't get the stainings the same. But there's our 2, a thank you card, a birthday card. We also have the wedding card that I did with the Avant Garden, and the Christmas card. That's sweet. I hope you like them. I do apologise. I will put pictures of all the 4 cards on my blog. All the card sizes are the same except for this one, because this opens up this way. So this is, you're going to cut, if you're American, your 8 1/4, 4 1/4, giving you 2 pieces of this, scoring it at 5 1/2. Ours is 4 1/8. Just scored at 5 7/8 because that's the size of our paper. And then this way is 8 1/4, scored at 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. So, and they all just facing different ways. And the back, the sizes are more or less the same. I just shortened them too a little bit because of the borders. But whatever your piece is for the front, which will be 4 by 5 1/4 for you if the ladies in America, and for us it's 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. And oh my God, absolutely stunning. I think this is one of the best ones I've done, apart from some of the fancy fold cards. I've got one of these Avant Garden videos, and it's got nearly 10,000 hits, so you can always go and check that one out as well. Oh, sorry. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. And I hope, Betty, it's something you really want and it's something you really love. So thanks for that. And make some more suggestions, people, and I'll do it for you. But thanks for watching. Thumbs up and a share and a subscribe would be amazing. And until tomorrow, good night. God bless. Bye.